Andrei Zvelindovsky. I'm head of School of Mathematics and Physics, and Yuri kindly asked me to say a few words, and I'll try to do it. Some of you might never visited Lincoln before, so I say also a few words about Lincoln. So 10 years of algebra in Lincoln. Let me see, So this is view of our campus in University of Lincoln. And Lincoln is a quite small city of just about 100,000 inhabitants. It's not a modern city. It is quite old place. So it's basically was inhabited even before Romans, and already in times of Emperor Domitian, it was granted status of colonia. So, in fact, a name Lincoln comes from shortening of Lindum, which is something pre-Roman, and colonia. So, Lindum Colonia came already in year 86. It has all kind of Roman remains still left, including this famous kind of a gate you see on the slide, which is the only in UK where Roman gate through which traffic is still allowed. And if you kind of jump 1,000 years further, this is the next huge kind of step in development of Lincoln, when basically Britain was conquered by continental troops of William the Conqueror, and he ordered to build a castle and a cathedral as well, and gave seat of which Lincoln forms a part of, to one of his fellow men coming from France. So you see how cathedral looks like. Cathedral, in fact. Some, and those some is John Ruskin, considers one of the best cathedrals in all Isles. In fact, Ruskin was very, in effect, mathematical. He told it's worth of any two other cathedrals we have, although the formula probably a little bit mathematically complicated if you take any two other. Nonetheless, it's a beautiful cathedral, and our university holds a graduation ceremony inside of this magnificent building. If we think, okay, it's a very ancient city with ancient cathedral, but was no university. Nonetheless, Lincoln and Lincolnshire has a mathematic heritage. A few names, of course, Isaac Newton. At first, which people associate with Lincolnshire. He wasn't from Lincoln. He was about 30-minute drive now, but still inside of Lincolnshire. However, two names which can be associated with algebra, in fact, Charlotte Scott, although she was lived in Lincoln just as a baby, later moved to Cambridge, US, and then back to UK. But a person who actually spent half of his rather short life was George Bull. He was born in Lincoln, and he was teaching in Lincoln as school teacher. And he started kind of his mathematical endeavors already here. So there is mathematical heritage. But of course, next big step comes when Yevgeny Ivanovich Kukhro moved to Lincoln in 2014. And that is where we basically have algebra in Lincoln on the world map. But first, before kind of jumping into what Yevgeny done in Lincoln, I just mentioned that all what he's done and built has very strong foundation from where he came from, and that is his education in the city of Novosibirsk, where he got all education from famous physics mathematics boarding school, university, and later on working also Institute of Mathematics of Siberian branch of Academic Sciences. This is a modern photograph of Novosibirsk University, the modern building. And you see the vastness of that city and the splendor of Siberia. If you ever flew over Siberia with no clouds, you could admire the vastness of that land. Novosibirsk, together with satellite city Akademgorodok, formed a unique scientific environment in what was Soviet Union. It was basically third only after Moscow and Leningrad, which is St. Petersburg, but it was actually unique. This academic Gorodok is something really, really special. I only visited once as a PhD student on a conference. First of all, I was amazed that in the middle of November it was already -13 and the snow was till my knee. But I also was amazed that every couple of hundred meters you find yet another research institute of Academy of Sciences. That is very, very amazing scientific environment. Evgeny got PhDs, Doctor of Science, Associate Professor, and a Professor in 1991. As many Soviet scientists with coming of 90s, we moved abroad. And so did Evgeny, who came to United Kingdom in 1995. He spent something like 13 years, if I count correctly, in Cardiff University. Also was a short while in University of Manchester, and 10 years here with us in University of Lincoln, where from 2017 he is professor of pure mathematics. And so this is basically some of these images of Cardiff, of Manchester, and our new building, which is in fact opened also in 2017, our Isaac Newton building in University of Lincoln, which we actually also built. Okay, not with our hands literally, but kind of almost. What was done here, and Evgeny was the one of basically the main people. We've built a new school of mathematics and physics in the United Kingdom completely from scratch. There are no people. We started with two staff who are in this ellipse here. So Evgeny and Marco. Evgeny was founding mathematics program leader, and Marco was founding physics program leader. And this is on a couch in our temporary building that time when we all sat in one big room with all academics, all master, PG students, all just together. And we had visitors. So the gentleman on the far right is our visitor who, in fact, joined us later. So in some sense, we've done, and Evgeny is, again, as a founding member, a mission impossible. We built a rather successful completely new school, math and physics, including building own building, as you've seen before. Evgeny contribution actually enormous, as would be a not big enough word. He was not only shaped school, he basically shaped mathematics footprint in the city. He was very active in various civic activities. Like, for instance, here there is photograph of celebrated 200th anniversary of George Bull in 2015, and Evgeny gave his public talk about that. And on the photograph, you see a gentleman with a chain is a mayor of city of Lincoln. Evgeny also contributed something completely new here in Lincoln. Every year, he organizes and conducts a mathematics challenge for advanced school pupils, school students who are doing so-called A-levels in Britain. That, of course, have a lot on his experience here he had in Novosibirsk when he was director of mathematics school by correspondence. So utilizing these ideas, he also developed mathematics challenge, and you see photographs across the years here. So Evgeny almost not changing over the years when he delivers prizes to students, and students discuss their their work. I wanted also to say that when basically three of us, and Evgeny is founding member of a school, were constructing our programs here in Lincoln, we utilized, and Evgeny as well, our previous experiences. So lots of knowledge and expertise and so-called know-how, which came, for instance, from Novosibirsk, from that experience, also found its way in the design skeletons of our programs here in Lincoln. And then we find that when we have, for instance, accreditation bodies looking on our programs, somehow they always find that there is something kind of revolutionary in what we teach here in Lincoln. And revolution has a very simple secret, which I already mentioned to you, using all knowledge gained in previous years in various countries and institutions. Our school was inaugurated 2 years after it was founded, and again, thanks to Evgeny connections who attracted fantastic lecturers who joined our school, who will, some of them moved further in other parts of the world. And some will speak, like Sandra, who is on the far right on this image, will speak on this conference as well. Our inauguration was done by Yefim Zelmanov. I'm very glad to see Yefim, you on the screen. And you also did not change from this photograph now. Mm-hmm. And then another step, attracting a group of very talented algebraists, Evgeny formed this very tight and very super active kind of very enthusiastic, small but vibrant community, which holds now name of Charlotte Scott, after that lady who was born here in Lincoln, Victorian times. Charlotte Scott Research Center for Algebra, which was officially inaugurated by that time president of London Mathematical Society, fellow of Royal Society, and Professor Caroline Sirius. And then you see again the ceremony of unveiling the plaque for the center, and again you see gentlemen and ladies in a chain, not in a chains, wafer chains, and one gentleman is a mayor, and the lady is a sheriff of Lincoln, and another gentleman is a sheriff consort. Not only work in Lincoln, Evgeny does, he is also super active in various activities of promoting algebra and mathematics further afield, in particular in research, serving on various editorial boards. And I just put here a couple of covers, like Journal of Group Theory and Journal of Algebra, and very notably, a very special type of publication, so-called famous Kurovka notebook, which continuously updated with problems and solutions. And Evgeny is one of key people who actually keeps this notable publication running very actively now. Evgeny, kind of, it's very difficult to find in what Evgeny is not perfect. Whatever he kind of takes to do, somehow he becomes absolutely perfect. And one of interesting examples is, for instance, blog of Charlotte Scott Center for Algebra. Some years ago, then I learned from one of my students what block means and how to make them. I start making those blocks, and also for friends and colleagues. And one I made originally for Evgeny Center, and then he took over. And this one of most active blocks now what university has. It has 569 posts as of today, and if you just kind of divide by number of years, for the algebra block is extremely active, and it spreads information, spreads news, and moreover, it serves as a record what we've done here in Lincoln. It's very convenient, therefore. And I also mentioned that talking to Evgeny, whatever subject is, you always get absolutely amazed on the depth of knowledge, not just in mathematics, but in varieties of fields. It can be literature, can be even chemistry, and that is really, really fortunate that Evgeny came here to Lincoln to open this degree program and open algebra research here as well. And that is kind of my last slide. So we of course saddened, as Yuri said, that Evgeny is retiring. However, we are sure that in his retirement, he will be very active in algebra, keep contact with his colleague, with us, and in the future. And this conference, which was very nicely composed by various people who are present here, is a testament of Evgeny's contribution to mathematics, to algebra, attracting speakers from all over the world who now sit next to our computers and will enjoy scientific contributions in varieties of fields over the course of 3 days. And I wish every of you, every of us, joyful time during this conference. If you happen to be not far from Lincoln, please come and visit us. And I also wish Evgeny Ivanovich Kukhro a very happy retirement, and we will definitely hear from him and collaborate in years to come. Thank you.